anything coming out of this Congress with bipartisan sign-off is rare these days, which makes the release of a Senate Intelligence Committee's fifth and final report on Russia's interference in the 2016 election all the more monumental. The nearly 1,000-page report lays out the many communications between the Trump campaign and Russia. And as NBC News reports, quote, it painted a stark portrait of a Trump campaign eager to accept help from a foreign power in 2016 and a candidate closely involved in that effort. While confirming the conclusions reached by Special Counsel Robert Mueller, the findings by the Republican-led committee go even further in some instances, particularly when it comes to Trump's former campaign chairman, Paul Manafort, and Manafort's interactions with individuals close to the Kremlin. The report describes him as a, quote, grave counterintelligence threat. Joining us now, former FBI General Counsel Andrew Weissmann. Andrew, let me ask you first. You prosecuted the Manafort case. Did you know everything that was in today's Senate Intelligence Committee report?
I did not. There's definitely new information, and there are some very fascinating things in the details. I can't tell you that I've finished all 1,000 pages. But I'd say the big picture, to steal a phrase that you used about epic shade, is this is a remarkable document because you have Republicans and Democrats both saying that they disagree with President Trump and Attorney General Barr's disparagement of this investigation because they conclude in this report that there clearly was Russian interference in the election, and the interference was to help Donald Trump. And they also conclude that it was amply justified to undertake this investigation. And as you know, Attorney General Barr is busy trying to argue the opposite. But here you have both Republicans and Democrats saying, as you just mentioned, just to take one example, Paul Manafort was a grave counterintelligence risk given his connections to Russia.
Well, and let's deepen that explanation. I mean, what my understanding of the report is that the report found that Paul Manafort, who was Donald Trump's campaign chairman, was in constant contact with a Russian agent. Does the report go so far as to assert that Manafort was then acting as a Russian agent when he sought to discredit the intelligence community's assessment that Russia attacked the 2016 election and spread Russian disinformation about it?
It does not go that far, but this is what is new in the Senate report today. It describes Konstantin Kilimnik, who is the right-hand man of Paul Manafort in Ukraine. It describes him as a Russian intelligence officer. That is much further than he was described publicly by the special counsel's office. And it also says that there was some evidence that that person, Konstantin Kilimnik, was involved in the hacking operation. That is the Russian operation to hack in to the DNC emails and distribute those. So that's substantial new information.
It also says that Donald Trump lied to you, that Donald Trump's answers to the special counsel's office, to your boss, Robert Mueller, were lies. Can you talk about that?
Sure. So you're a very careful reader because I'd say that the report elegantly tries to not use the phrase lie, but it comes darn close. And to give you the specifics on that, the president, in his written answers to the special counsel's office, says he doesn't remember having communications with Roger Stone about WikiLeaks. And this report, signed off by Republicans and Democrats, says that Roger Stone actively was trying to get the information from WikiLeaks and did so in coordination with candidate Trump. So it leaves it to you to decide, do you really think you would forget that, given how important that information became to the campaign in terms of it dribbling out, throughout October?
Well, and I mean, and Trump is the guy that can remember man, woman, camera, toenail, or whatever the heck he's always telling us he can remember, but he forgets talking to Roger Stone over and over and over and over again about WikiLeaks, while at the same time he was talking about WikiLeaks over and over and over and over again on the campaign trail. I mean, do you have any doubt that Donald Trump's answers were lies?
No, I mean, just to be clear, the special counsel was asked that exact question when he testified under oath before Congress, which is whether he believed that the president's answers in writing to him were accurate and truthful, and he said he did not think so, and I fully support that. So this is a personal question. Do you feel like it's a fair conclusion to say, as just a voter and someone who's watched all of Donald Trump's assaults on the rule of law, he is still, as you said, he's got Bill Barr trying to prosecute members of the intelligence community who reached the same conclusions that Mueller and the special counsel's office did, which were now affirmed by the Republican-led Senate Intelligence Committee. I mean, is it inaccurate or unfair to say that you all failed to stop him? Because no one thinks that Donald Trump isn't up to something much worse in 2020. So I think there, you know, I wrote a book about that that's coming out. not to plug that, Nicole, but you know, our job was not to stop him. Our job was to uncover the facts and apply the law to that. But I think that for a variety of reasons, you could say that there was a failure on the part of the special counsel's office and on the part of Congress in terms of, you know, how hard we would dig for information. And also, I think Congress can rightly be, you know, upbraided about what they did with the report once they had it, because the facts were, or at least many facts were laid out to them that they could have taken action on.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.